Hi guys, and welcome to Big Shadow's World. This is Big Shadow and we're on Farming Simulator 2017, the Strappenbach Map, and it's pissing down. It's raining cats and dogs, which is absolutely brilliant. Gotta love it. I do love this stuff. Yeah, so we are in the game. It's 4:25. It is day 2. And I think Stoney's in there somewhere. He's working away. There he is. He's in the little office there. How you going, buddy? And he's charging up his little pod. Or he's standing out of the rain trying to not get the flu or pneumonia. Anyway, we can't get our tractor out yet, but we can still go for a little wander and have a little look and see what's going on. And make sure that the gates are still closed, to check what time they open. I think it was 7 AM, so there's not much I can do apart from that. And got a confession to make. I messed up. When I leased the properties and the first lot of charges came through, I thought, oh, that's cheap. Maybe that's the lease price for the whole period, but it's not. 7 AM, yeah. So I still got 2.5 hours before it opens, which is fine. I've got plenty I can do. Can't actually do much planting in this weather. So yeah, anyway, I messed up. I assumed that the lease costs were based on what was actually originally charged, but I was totally wrong. Just say hey to Stoney, and yeah, I messed up. So it's actually per day that lease charges. So I'll just stand here in the shade. We'll have a little look at the bank and you'll see the field management there. We'll go through to 79. Come on, down we go, 79. 3,285 euros per day. The amount I got charged on the first day was a 3% sales price. So 3% of the sale price is what I actually paid on the first day. After that, it was this figure. So I've got to pay that every day. That's about 51 grand for me per day. Stoney's got a lease on the property, so he has got about 11 grand there per day. I'm going to catch up with him a little bit later and see what we can do. In the meantime, the contracting company has actually paid the bill and sent both myself and Stoney an invoice for work done. If we have a little look in our invoices, we'll see that the contract company, Bossman, he's invoiced us for 51,700. The cheeky bugger's making a couple of dollars profit on us. Anyway, that's just to cover it for the moment, so we don't have to worry about paying it, and we can allocate it out. I'll do that every day for the first couple of days, and that will make life a little bit easier. And then we'll have a yap, maybe disperse a few more dollars. But I can't release the lease. If I give up the lease and go to buy the property, I have to recrop it. So I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to use Contract Manager as a loan source for a few days, maybe 5 or 6 days or something, and earn as much money as we can elsewhere, or slip in a couple of 100,000. It's raining inside. Dude, what's going on? What is going on? Come on. This is what I call a heavy rain shower. I get more wet inside than I do outside, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can accept it. Let's turn the light on. Ding. No, don't lock me in. Okay, so not paying the power bill. I'll leave the lights on. Pretty cool. Anyway, I did pop on this morning a little bit earlier. Stoney's been on for a while by looks. It's now 4:30 in the morning, and when I left it was around about 1:30. So he's been on. I've been on before him, so I actually took it through to around about 1 o'clock or 1:30. I did some of that as fast speed. I wanted to see what happened at midnight. And that's when that bill popped up for $61,000. So, yep, messed up. Can't blame anyone but me. However, we'll come to a plan about how to sort that out. Raining like buggery, which means I'm pretty sure it means like we can't plough or seed because the ground will be too wet. Certainly can't harvest, but that's not a problem. Let's run down here. I do love it with the actual rain and the seasons here. Ground temperature is 6 degrees, so we're still a degree off planting some of the other crops. And forecast for tomorrow is sunny with cloud. Excellent. And 10 degrees. Hopefully my pallets, oh look at that, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Got some pallets here. Still got a bit more to do. 100% that pallet stack is good. So 2 stacks of the wood will give us 1 stack of pallets, and if I remember correctly, those pallets have a value of, not remembering now, am I? 380. What, per pallet? I'm going to have to find out. 380 per litre, or what? It's 8,000 litres. It's got to be worthwhile. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it? I'd be better off just selling sawdust. Let's open the shops. Come in. How are we going for material? I've still got a fair bit of few logs there. I am loaded up again with pallets, so I need to get those moved. Like I said, I can't do anything until such time as the shop opens, so that's a pain for me. I did chop up all this timber this morning just to get it ready, but again, nothing I can do. Let's see if I can. Oh, that's good. That's nice and dry. Excellent. Well, reasonable. A few drops coming through. Wood chips. Fuel, 23,000, and we picked up 14,142 there, which we can sell or just put it straight back into the fuel. This wood chip we can add into the fuel, or we can sell it. We're going to have to make money, so we'll sell it. Okay, let's go for a quick duck around, see what we can do. So yep, I had a look in admin mode where I could release that lease and then cheat, pick it up again by leasing it back later. But the answer is no, I cannot. They're too smart for me. I was going to do a sneaky, but they beat me to it. Obviously someone's done it before. Okay, so what can I do for a little period of time until I can get those vehicles? Head on back here. And Stoney's up here. Let's see what he's up to. Cool, been doing a bit of ploughing, a bit of stuff. Cool, he's Okay, so yep, I'll just see what he's up to. Excellent. I'll just have a chat to him when he might be on second now. We'll have a little look and see what we can do. Let's pop you out. There we go. Okay, so I don't know who's on at the moment, but welcome to the stream. And yep, we'll obviously need to do a little bit of stuff. Oh, got to get back on my stream. Okay, so if Stoney, if that's you, bud, then what I'll be doing is covering those lease payments for about 6 days, maybe transfer a pile of money into every farm account to cover it, but we'll have to work out a way to earn some money to cover some of the payments ourselves. But I'll have a chat to you when you get TeamSpeak or whatever. If yeah, if you do have time, I've got some more pallets to move up at the factory. If you have time, if not, I'll just wait until the store opens. In the meantime, I'll probably just wander down, chop some trees. Where am I? I'm lost. Yeah, chop some trees or whatever. But what I'll do is I'll put some extra money into the accounts to cover those lease payments, because it is per day, not split up over a short period of time. Those first cheap payments were purely the commission, not the daily rate, and the daily rate came at midnight, which is about 11 grand for yourself. I put 11 grand in a bill, so the contract company paid those bills, and then I just sent an invoice to yourself for 11 grand. Don't pay it at the moment. We'll work something out of how to pay that, but I think the aim will be to try to raise as much revenue as possible so that we can meet those ourselves. I did try to relinquish a lease. It remains fertilised and ploughed, because we can fertilise and plough before we own it. However, it lost its seeding, so that was a bit of a nuisance. So if we release a lease, we actually lose all the work we've done in regards to seeding, which means you can't just seed, fertilise, or plough, seed, fertilise, etc., and then release it back into the wild. It loses its seeding, so it won't grow a crop. So we do have to hold it for the period of time it takes to grow, which is okay. As long as we know now, it's fine. Let's just duck down to the bottom end. So I managed to chop up a pile of wood. I did that while I was killing some time, which is good. LittleShadow jumped in and loaded up some wood onto the machinery for me, or for himself really. He just wanted something to do, so he did that this morning before going to school. He likes helping his dad, which is really cool. And yep, so that's ready to go. I chopped some trees down as well. I've got some pallets to move, but we'll have to move those out the back. 2 of those board pallets will make 1 stack of timber pallets, so that's okay. And I chopped a whole pile of trees down here. They're ready for picking up in the truck when I get it out of the shop compound. So that's pretty cool. Meantime, raining cats and dogs. can't get my vehicles for a couple of hours. So back onto the old chainsaw, chop down some trees, get them ready to pick up and make some money out of them. Ooh, did I cut that the wrong way? I did. Never mind. Clean it up. Pretty big trees here. So leasing's not really the best idea. I suppose it's a good idea in the maps where you're not in hard mode, where when you start the game these properties are already seeded, and the farmers do that, and you could lease them just before the end and then harvest them, make a buck off the crops there. But in hard mode they're not seeded at all, so you've got no crops when you start the game, and they're not going to plant them either, so yeah, it just makes that a little bit harder. Hey Aussie Gamer, how you going, mate? How you going? Keeping well, Ben? Thanks for joining the stream. We're doing a bit of farming sim, modded with the Strappenbach mod and seasons, as well as Germany, West Germany weather, and the tablets, which is the money and all those extra tablet stuff. In hard mode, as I think I mentioned before, but certainly fun. Well, it's going to make it a little bit harder, a little bit tougher, but you've got to work for it just for a bit of fun. And I know you're into your little bit of farming sim there, so you're welcome to join us if you like. Okay, so we'll chop down some more timber and get it all going. Okay. How's Rust going, Ben? Still going well? Haven't been on Rust for a while. Every time I go to play I've got an update. It makes me cranky sometimes. Kind of like Ark. I love the game, I hate the updates. Bit of work safe here, you know, I'll be perfectly fine. I'll never die. Oh, I'm immune. Oh, there we go. Oh, rats, look at that. Stuck on 2 branches. Oh well, they can stay there. Stop moving, log. What's going on? So it is on 1-for-1 time, so it's going to take a couple of hours before we actually get to open up the store. So I've got plenty of work to do. I could actually just move the wood chipper and unload it there. So that I could just unload it into a location. So that'd be alright. Did I cut that one? Did I trim it up? Yes, I did. Did I do it all the way? Just a couple. Oh, looks like Stoney's moving me pallets for me. Thanks, mate. Send me a bill if you wish. Yep, so two stacks of the wood from the timber yard into the pallet making area will give us 1 stack of pallets. Shows it a very low price, but I've got a funny feeling it's still per litre. What have I? Oh, okay, per litre. So I'll have to take those up afterwards and see what we actually get for them. I've got to take them up the top end, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much they earn. And that will tell us whether it's a viable business or not, or we're just wasting time. Got to make some money somehow though. Cool. Oh, look out. There we go. Glad they haven't got things that kill you in this game. That'd be funny. End up can't do your work because you're in hospital because the tree fell on you. Lose your crops. Oh god. It's getting a bit excessive now. Oh, I want to go the other way. Okay, so that one's fine. Just better cut that down. Some of these timbers, of course, can go straight into the wood mill as lumber. I do need to supply it with lumber, of course, and some's going to have to be wood chips. It does produce wood chips, and I can move it there, maybe put a conveyor, hopefully might be able to stick it over the wall so that I just throw it straight onto a conveyor and have it extended out so it goes over the wall. Don't know if that's going to work, it will be an experiment. However, I think it should. That would be quite a handy little experiment. Oh, bit of wood left on this one. Would never pick it up otherwise. Okay, so hacking down the forest. I did manage to stack up all these logs as well. I've got them just to the length where I can just lift them. And I can go past and pick those up with the truck, the auto loader. If I can't get them into the auto loader, then I'll just throw them into the trailer and move them across. So Stoney's moved my pallets for me. This will start working again very, very shortly. Sometimes I've just got to go out away from it and then back in and it will start picking up. So I'm going to port down the other end. And then return, see what it does. Just takes a few minutes to get itself reactivated. Not quite sure how this works up here, the old lumber storage area. So it is a timber store by the looks of it, but I wonder if you put it in there, will it actually go somewhere? And I don't think I can actually use this in any manner whatsoever. So it would always have to be, I don't know how I'd get it into here. Could probably use this one, but they would be fairly useless if you can't use the crane. No, can't use it. That's a shame. Ooh, something flashed there. What was that? Enter. Oh, dude, look at that. Excellent. I can start storing. Excellent. Let's get out of you. Down the stairs. Oh, that's good. Usable. So then I can actually dump off and store it here, pick it up, put it on the truck, move it when I want to, so I can actually get a good stockpile. This is already producing pellets quite nicely. And what we do is we end up using 4,000 litres of pellets, timbers, to actually make pellets of the total value of 8,000 litres. So there's no wastage here, which is pretty good. But again, we do have to compare the prices to see what's going on. And the prices are wood chip 212 a litre, and the pellets 380 euros. And I would have to say that would be per litre. We'd have to have an improvement, otherwise it'd be pointless doing it. So hopefully we're improving the value of it, and hopefully we have a good constant value there. See if I can jump the fence. No, jump too early. Excellent. So the boards are producing again now. That's cool. Not sure. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Yep, working away now. Excellent. So in the meantime, still got some trees to chop. Might as well make use of the time. I don't like these wiggly trees, but can't be helped. Where do I want this one to fall? I want it to fall this way. Oh, I didn't even look. What an idiot. Come on, you can do it. There she goes, and the other one comes down. Not quite, but we should go now. So one of the good things is we can plough and fertilise each other's paddocks, so that's not a drama. So that's good. We just can't. I don't think we can actually seed it. Actually, I'll rephrase that. I think we might be able to plough, seed, and fertilise everybody's. And I think we'll be able to plough and fertilise empty ones, so before we lease them. But we'll have to have a look at that very carefully. Meantime, let's have a little look. Oh, I've got to ask Stoney, is that 85,000? Did he sell something this morning, or did I actually end up putting it in there when I was in admin? I can't remember. I didn't actually pay much attention when I was trying to work out how to fix it this morning, or resolve it. I did sell 2 of the transit vans, and we can buy new ones when the new players come on, rather than keep paying lease fees on them. Didn't want to keep paying for them until someone got here. Then we'll either give them transit vans or just give them the money instead. But in the meantime, we'll be paying costs on them for maintenance per day, etc., etc. Okay, so what do we got now? That tree's still there. That'll be right. Don't want to go too far over. I'm right at the wall now, so I don't want to go those. I might leave these ones alongside the wall just for a bit of aesthetics, to make it keep it looking good. And when I get a tree planter later on, I'll replant this area. Baby tree. So the question for Stoney will be, whether he wants to lease some properties that the corporate company will pay for say, I don't know what, 6 days or so, or receive maybe 300,000 in cash and pay for them himself, or buy them, or something like that. Yeah, so whether we put 300,000 into every farm account, extra 300,000, and we pay for the leases ourselves, means we have to get in and work to earn the extra money after those 6 days are gone past. Or straight away if we want to earn, spend it other ways. So we'll have to budget, or stay as is, and if you can want to lease some more, so up to the value of $300,000 over 6 months. So lease up to $50,000 a month. Oh, sorry, a month. That was just, I'm putting reality into a game. My God. Yeah. Or we can lease, of course, up to 50, or say 51,000, because that's what I've leased at the moment, a day, and leave it there to be repaid over, when the lease expires. The next lot of business has to be done ourselves. It'd maybe give us some crops back, but leasing's pretty expensive. I think you can pay for it after 10 days or something. So, and we'd have it leased for 20, so we'd be effectively leasing it for double the cost of the property. Yeah, I didn't think about that it was monthly, particularly when I leased the first one and only took nominal amounts out. I thought, woohoo, that's the total lease value, bargain. Broke before I started. Okay. have a look down here. Maybe drop a few more trees on this side. Up. We take 300 grand each every farm, then I'll just continue to split up the lease payments to each individual, and we just have to pay the land lease value to the corporate company, and still manage our budget. We'd have to manage it a lot more, I'd say. But we could also take the money and put it into industry and productivity to generate income to meet the lease payments. So, yeah, kind of thinking the 300 grand and continue to, when we pay the bills, or 400, $1 billion each. No, that's too easy. What do you mean, cut that shit? Yeah, damn right. How you going, IDN? Or could I call you 77? 77 Sunset Strip. Which way do I want to go? I want to go this way. Thanks for joining the stream. Just doing a little bit of tree chopping. My vehicles are stuck in the shop. The shop in this game closes at 6 PM and opens again at 7 AM, and I happen to get my vehicles stuck and I didn't know, so I reset them back to the store and I can't get them. So my little tractor's sitting inside the store and my trailer's sitting in the store, and my forks and all that are all stuck and I can't get them out. So I'm doing some tree chopping in the meantime. This game here, we're running the Strappenbach Map, which is an old 2015 farming sim, and it's been modified and upgraded to go 2017. Very tight map, very good map, and it has basically weather mods, so it has seasons, so we have all 4 seasons that we have to work through. And as you can see, it's a nice rainy day today, as well as tablets and your own money finance. So we are managing our own finances. There's a controlling company that has assets, etc., but we're managing our own finances together with our own vehicles usage. It is multiplayer. Individual players can do work for others and charge them if they choose, to recover their costs. The vehicles, if they're leased, cost you every hour. Running costs, of course, are always there. You can charge for labour, for doing someone's harvesting or seeding or ploughing, any of that kind of stuff. Also, it has the bank, so you can lease properties as well as buy them, and you can resell them again as well. If you want to sell a property, you can sell it as well. So yes, it's a little bit more complicated than Harvest Moon. The vanilla farming sim is a lot more straightforward. The single player is a lot more straightforward, but the multiplayer we can make it as difficult. It is in hard mode, so that means every single crop there has been harvested when we started. It is only beginning of day 2. I think some of the grass hasn't even grown yet. It's starting to now. And there's industries around the place that have no owners, so until one of the players buys it, you can't sell stuff there. And there are a few places you can sell, but basically the idea is to get a few industries yourself and build up a secondary revenue. You can raise pigs, cows, sheep, and the pigs also have fattening yards. So not only is the normal pigs, sheep and cows, but there are additional cows and pigs that you can actually raise, which are well, they're breeding yards actually, where you've got to feed the pigs, water the pigs, feed the cows. You can have beef cows, or you can have milking cows. So it's all pretty good. I've got a timber factory which I purchased here. It's making these boards, and the boards I will transport up to a pallet factory up the back, where it's turned into pallets, and I can sell the pallets. Wood chipper, logs, I can sell the wood chips, or I can use the wood chips to fuel my fires, to run the mill. And of course I need logs to feed the mill as well. There we go, off it goes. So yeah, pretty good, pretty complicated. Well, not really, it's a bit of fun. It is a time game. You just can't rush through and play it all in a day. Well, you can set the speed up. However, that's certainly going to make you work really hard. You can in the single player also speed it up, get to the end of the day, fast forward it through till next morning, or you can speed it up to go through multiple days so that you don't have to hang around too much. But we're playing multiplayer, so that's not fair on anyone who hasn't quite got here yet. A few people want to come, but they've got things they're just trying to sort out. Once we get a few people on board, we'll discuss whether we will increase the speed or not. As it is, every vehicle costs, well, mine are leased, so every hour of operation is going to cost me a fortune. My tractor cost me $9 an hour. Do you run out of money? Hell yeah. I'm down to 15 grand at the moment, and effectively I've 15 grand at the moment, and I have a bill. Where's my bill? Let's go back. I have a bill for 51,000 which I owe, so technically I've run out of money. However, I could borrow it, but I don't want to at this stage. So you can run out of money. You need to plant your crops, fertilize them, plough the fields. If you plough, fertilize 3 times, you'll get a better yield. And you need to also determine when's the best time to sell. So for example, you can only plant during certain seasons. For example, here's our spring. We can plant wheat, barley and canola. I can't plant these ones yet, because the ground's too cold. We've just come out of winter. And I can only harvest during the yellow periods there. So some things I can't even plant yet because it's too cold. If you look up the top right hand corner there, you'll see there's a picture there, and it's got 3 degrees. That's the outside temperature. The one below it, it's 6 degrees. That's the ground temperature. Second day, early spring, and we're going at 1 hour equals 1 hour in the game at the moment. The weather forecast for tomorrow is fine, sunny with overcast cloud. Thursday, fine and sunny, temperature 13 degrees, a minimum 6. There you go, there's a weather report for you. Ask Barnaby for a stimulus. Oh yes, but I can't claim a drought. Flood damage, I'll go look for some flood damage. Yes, see if we can get a agricultural assistance fund. That would be handy. But they probably knock him back because he's not very popular today. So we'll see what happens. Advertisers won't like me again. That's political. I don't care. Rightio. Nah, it's not monetized anyway. YouTube changed their policy, so when I put it on YouTube, it doesn't matter. Yes, lots of places to drop stuff off. Here's a sale yard. Different sale yards have different prices. and they'll purchase things. Oh, look at that one. That's closed between 12 and 6 p.m. as well. Sneaky, so I can't even sell stuff now if I tried. Oh, that's this one. No, yes, that one's closed. Yep.
User entered your channel.
Hey, Stoney, how you going, mate? Yeah, on push to talk, buddy. You can change it to voice activated if you like. Yep, something's going on there.
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you. Just stand by. It's just very faint. Let's see if I can turn you up. Okay, you want to talk to me?
Hello?
Yeah, that's very faint, mate. Very faint. Let me just stand there with me. Okay, try again. No, I can't hear you, mate. It's just a bit faint there. Let me look at the... options. Where are you? Okay, that should be a bit better. Do you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
Yep, yeah, you're just very faint at the moment. Just try a little bit more tweaking there. Okay, how's that?
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you. It's very faint. I need to turn the game down a bit. Can I get this louder without the game going up? Yeah, it's not coming through this TeamSpeak as loud as I'd like. Just check your output on your mic, bud, and see if it's turned up high. Just go into your sounds, do your microphone, and get your output up a bit if you can.
Is that any better?
That's way better. Well done. Yep, I can hear you now. Excellent. How's things, buddy? Well, I had you, but I've lost you now. Okay, so that mic was working. Yeah, just take a few minutes to sort it out. You'll be right. Yeah. So 77. Yeah, it's a pretty cool game. Don't be too harsh on Sony. He just got the mic out of a box. He hasn't used it for a while. So we all got to get them reconnected and reset up. In fact, I think mine gets too high sometimes and clips. But yeah, no, it's a pretty good game. Oh, PUBG, yes. It's not a bad game, that one. A few little issues with trolls in the game, you know. We're not sure whether they're shooting each other, but certainly a lot of players working together as a team makes it a bit hard. But it's a fun game. Thanks for your company, and I'll catch you later, 77. So how you going, Stoney? I'm coming through, yeah?
Hello, is that any better?
Oh, that's a bit too loud, mate. That's a bit too loud. The gain on that, if you turn the gain up, you turned it up just a touch too far. Let me just make a little adjustment here. You leave yours as is at the moment, and I'll just drop this down a bit. Okay, try again.
How's that now?
Yep, stand by. Just get a little bit more on my end. Okay, how's that?
Is that better?
Oh, that's way better. Yeah, no, the problem was my end then. What I did is I turned up the reception on my end right up, and again it caused distortion when you did get it working. So that was good. Yeah, excellent, bud. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, no, good. Yeah, how are you enjoying it so far? Bit of work?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, thanks for moving those pallets for us. It was really, really handy. I can't believe I got stuck inside the store though. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I was trying to get back in there for a while.
Yeah, I didn't know what you was on about. They can't open the gate there, and I thought, no, it's just a click, just the button. I was just standing there going, dude, why isn't it working for me? But I just did notice that the stores around the corner, the other Bay WA, has also got the same operating hours. So we can't sell around the corner as well, which is interesting, very important to note. So the other stores, some of the other stores have closed hours as well, from 7 to 12 and 1 till 6 p.m. So that's a handy one to note.
It's a good feature to implement.
Yeah, I like it.
Can be a bit problematic.
Yeah, so...
Now that
Sorry. You're
now
right.
that we know it's there though,
Yeah.
we can at least cater for it.
Well, that's right. And we do have some store yards, so we can store stuff up. But yeah, we'll have to watch our reset of the vehicles if we get stuck, because that's how I got stuck in the first place. Because it was after hours when I reset the vehicles, and I didn't even know, so I just reset and thought, oh, I'll just jump up there and drive out. But yeah, that's a bit of a trap. Yeah. But I did mess up with the leases. Did you pick up what I was talking about with the leases?
Yeah, I got a bit of it.
Yeah, so in fact, on the first day, my leases, they were reasonably cheap, and I looked at it and went, oh, okay, so that's the lease fee for the whole 20 days, but it's per day. So it's a hell of a lot more expensive than I thought. In fact, it's double the purchase price. So that's going to be a bit hard to manage based on how restrictive I made the starting capital. So we can do a few things. I can dish out, another 300 or 400,000 euros per farm, and we still manage the leases internally, which means we'll have to obviously get stuck in and earn some revenue from other sources. Or I just let the the corporate body handle those for 6 or 7 days. You can lease up to another 50 grand's worth. Up to you, mate. Because you're here, you get to choose. So you probably, whether you want to buy properties or lease them, if you want to buy them, then the 400 grand or something like that would be a lot more beneficial. But you'd still be paying that 11 grand a day lease on the one you've already leased. Or lease them and have the company pay the first 6 or 7 days or something, up to 50 grand a day.
Well, I'm sort of only leasing that field 25.
Yeah, so it'd be in your interest to get the cash and then buy what you want and buy the industry you want and work it, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Even if it was just what is it? I think that field cost me about
11 grand.
10 grand a day.
Yeah.
I could probably just cancel that lease and buy it.
Yeah, but you're all well. When if you do that, then I'll come down and help you crop it. Well, it should be fertilised. You just got to be seeded. I'll change the seeder that I've got across. It's the big one. Take the tractor and the seeder from here. That's a big wide thing, and it will do the job pretty quick. And then reseed it. But no, I think if I give you an extra cash, because it's going to make it a bit harder to get more fields if you buy that one, and if you buy that, then it's going to be hard to get it into an industry to earn extra money while we wait for the crops to grow. So yeah, we've got to go into work out a way to earn some revenue while the crops grow over the next 6 to 8 months or in-game months anyway. So that's why I purchased the timber yards, is to earn revenue while we wait for the crops to grow.
I think I'm going to leave this decision up to you, actually.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll put 400,000 into every farm, and you can either retain it as a lease or cancel your lease and buy it, and I'll leave what you do with it up to you. But if it's a lease, then I'll send the bill for the lease payment straight through the management system that you'll get every day. So yeah, if you cancel it, obviously the invoices for the lease won't come through, because that 61 grand that popped out was the total of the leases, because I've got 51 grand's worth of lease. And I didn't expect it to be that high.
I think that's going to be a problem with leasing too, is that they all get thrown together in one bill.
Yeah, they do. I actually thought they would go to each individual. I thought that's what the design of the tablet was. The same as the vehicles. I thought they went straight to the vehicle, whoever is named the vehicle's under. So it's a bit of a little catch there, isn't it?
Yeah, I've noticed that with the vehicle costs and that. Yeah, you can't tell which costs for which vehicle.
Yeah.
Which vehicle they are.
Yeah. The odds and sides, the little $1 and $2 and stuff, I don't really care about. I do note that apart from the day costs, I do note that the hourly costs on a lease vehicle come out well, when it clocks over the hour, so that's easy to monitor. But the little day rates, I think they're shared out amongst all the farms. So it's not quite as clean cut as I expected. I expected if the vehicle was, purchased in your name and went to your farm, is that's where the invoice would go. Have you had any day payments go straight to your account for the vehicles that you haven't had to process? Do you know that?
With Mod, I've just been sort of every now and then going into the tablet bank thing.
Yep.
And just paying some of the ones that are in there.
Yeah. Yep. I've been monitoring it every time it pops over to the, well, on the hour for the lease vehicles, because my tractor costs $9,500 an hour. I won't get that again. Did the job though. Yeah, so every time it clocks over the hour, I just jump in and grab that out, and then whatever's loose stuff there, I just grab that as well. Yeah, it's don't think it's as clean cut as I expected, but yeah, it's still pretty good though. I kind of like it. You didn't sell anything this morning, did you?
No, nothing this morning.
Okay. There was 85 grand there, which I was mucking around in the corporate area there, clearing out loans and stuff like that, just to bring it back to zero loans. Oh, I think we can borrow money too in our individual names. If we go in, use the end key, we'll end up in the credit union. And I believe we can actually borrow money as individual organisations. However, it's very, very expensive, so we've got to be very careful there. And the period of the loan is very short. The more you borrow, the longer the period. So I was having a look at that the other day, and wow, if you let it go a few days over, or after a few days over, they start to really get stuck in with the interest. So it's certainly going to be a challenging game. Yeah, so I'm quite happy to work along, and if you spot a bill that you know is your vehicle or whatever, we'll just take it. If it's, I mean, the leases for my vehicles I know straight up because I obviously see the hours. But yeah, I think it will still work. I know my vehicle costs me nothing now. I can't drive the bloody thing.
About the only thing I'd say is there any way to have it so that the time still passes by even if no one's online?
Yeah, I can do that. Yep, I can have that. I was just leaving it on the one hour, basically just to, because another mate's going to join up, Roy, but I thought he'd be on today or yesterday, but he had an issue he had to resolve. So I've left it on one so that, you know, we weren't halfway through the season before he got here. But apart from that, yes, I think we'll let it run 24 hours a day.
Yeah, like I like the fact that it is on like real time.
Yep.
And that,
But it's good to have it running 24 hours.
But yeah, just so it's like yeah, just so it sort of stayed in time with real life.
Yep. So that'd be alright because it's still plenty of time. Yeah. Yep. I will change that. I'll change that on the server so it remains running. I'll probably do that late this afternoon or late this evening, and leave it clicking along once we finish. We'll have to make it a little bit of agreement. If you've got an industry that needs stuff moved or checking, like animals and stuff, that we go check each other's every now and again. Yeah, keep the old income floating along.
Yeah, that's true. The main reason I was thinking about it is just so we can access the store.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's right. Logging in, waiting. You know, we'd be playing for geez, mate, we'd be playing for 8 hours without access to the store or being able to sell anything. So if you got on at night time, yeah, we'd be knackered, wouldn't we? And you're about what 3 hours ahead of me, so if yeah, we could have that. That would be right. I'm just thinking of the time. As long as we both weren't logging in at night time, in-game night time, that'd really suck. But we can always speed it up and get it to the time that suits. Yeah. No, I agree. That's a good idea. I like that. I'll change it to run 24 hours a day.
Had the time just offset a bit from real life.
Yeah.
So it's still moved the same, but where it might be 8 o'clock your time, in game it's only 4 o'clock.
Yep. No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just split the difference. Your morning. How late do you normally play?
Most of the time, it'll be just of an afternoon after work.
Yep.
So,
yeah, but you wouldn't be going through till what, 9, 10 o'clock at night?
No, that'd be till 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah. So if I had the shops closing at your basically 9 o'clock, would be. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, we'll work something out. We can always tweak it when we're both on. Say, well, let's just change the time a little bit.
Yeah, from my side of things, probably running real time with you would probably work out really well.
Oh yeah, yep. Because it's, what is it now for me? Yeah, it's coming up 8 o'clock right now. So 6 o'clock right now, which means we would be closing the store, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
That sucks. Can't have that. It would have to be a little bit offset now. I think a couple of hours earlier.
Could always go 12 hours difference.
Yeah. 6 o'clock real time. I'd want to add at least a couple of hours onto that 6 to make it as if it was coming up to, like I said, 6 o'clock now. So I'd want it 9 o'clock my time. So that I could actually do some stuff in the afternoon after work. It will work that out anyway. We'll set it running and then we'll make an adjustment. But I'll set it running so that it doesn't go catch you out tomorrow, being everything closed. The only thing to remember, of course, don't leave your vehicles running. It costs you a fortune. Because every hour it's going to be charged out, of course. Yeah, so we'll make sure we log off. Shut the vehicles down, I mean. Yeah. Cool. Do we want to speed up time now? Or are you in the midst of about to go planting and stuff? Oh, I don't know if you can you do it in the rain? I know you can't harvest in the rain.
Actually, it's still showing up sunny for me.
Oh, is it? Absolutely pelting down here. It's not raining in game for you?
No, it's showing that is what's coming next.
Oh, that's tomorrow, Wednesday. That's tomorrow's game. For example, today is the Tuesday. And tomorrow's forecast is the cloudy and sun. 10 degrees and 0 minimum. So we're on day 2, which is what's showing up the top there, which is the rain. I like the idea of the farms having those pig breeding yards as well, or the cow breeding yards, milk and meats. That's pretty cool in this game. So much potential this game, so many mods and stuff. It's incredible. That's got no hours on it. That's cool. So have you got any you going to do any ploughing or anything at the moment?
Yeah, probably no ploughing at the moment.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether I fast forward it till 7 a.m.
Might as well give you a chance to get that tractor out of the stall.
Well, that's all I'm interested in, getting the tractor. I can go chop more trees. If you've got stuff there that you want time to do, I'm quite happy, mate. But if there's nothing that's going to affect your planting or anything like that, then I'll fast forward it.
Yeah, no, I'm just poking along at the moment.
Yep, cool.
So I come up with a sort of game plan.
Yep. Okay, so just bear with me for a moment. Well, you keep doing what you're doing, and I'll just hide my screen so the viewers can't